Today I fucked up by breaking my BF's jaw while so me, 21F, and my BF, 22 meters, have been dating for 7 years. My BF had to leave town for a while, and after some days, I thought to myself, why not surprise him? So I went to his hotel and we were really happy to see each other. We had sex, ate dinner and did it again and went to sleep. The next day my BF woke up while I was still asleep, and that bastard thought that a good way to wake me up was by going down there. I was sleeping and I suddenly felt something over there and accidentally kicked him. I heard him yell and realized what happened. I looked under the sheet and saw that he was in pain. We rushed to the ER and he was treated. My BF thought it was hilarious but couldn't laugh because of the broken jaw. We couldn't tell his family how he broke it, and he can't eat solid foods for some time now. Still makes us laugh. Me, not him. Didn't know what to write anymore because the Reddit needs 750 characters which make perfect sense. So Terry's no need to read this. Fuck, edit. Just wanna say that we have implied consent and BF would never do something that I never want him to do, and surprising each other has been done by both of us. Also about the foot to the face logic, I think I might have pulled away from him when something stimulated my clit, and then kicked it hard. Why would it be soft, after I pulled away? Only to then discover it was my BF. I don't have an exact idea of what I did because I was asleep and it was a reflex, and I focused my attention on my BF after what happened. What I said, to me, is the most probable thing. I understand might have been hard for people to understand. Imagine if you felt something crawling up your leg when you're asleep. The first thing you might try to do is pull away and try to remove it from you, when you feel it. Because you in that point of time are most likely to be not completely aware of your surroundings. Me, not him, because it's physically painful for him. He still thinks it's hilarious. Too long didn't read. BF thought to wake me up by pleasuring me. Accidentally kicked him, broke his jaw. Tell your family he snuck up and tickled your feet. It's just the right amount of embarrassing to be believable. And let's be honest, a lot of people have that reaction to being tickled. Apparently even the French kind. Yikes. Sorry, but I'm laughing. Hope he feels better soon. Thank you, Lamau. Yeah, I tried the same thing with my GF because she mentioned she thought it would be hot to wake up to that, so I started doing my thing and get the loudest, nastiest fart directly into my open mouth. And she didn't even wake up. She keeps asking me why I haven't done it yet, and I can't bring myself to tell her that she farted in my mouth and made me puke. I just tell her it makes me uncomfortable, lol. My father sleepwalks, and if you touch him while he is sleeping he will have some sort of reaction, whether he's sleepwalking at the moment or not. Early in their marriage mom went to wake dad up by shaking him and he kicked her in the head. He didn't even wake up. Since then the only way mom will try to wake someone up is by yelling at them from across the room. That kind of backfired with me because I am prone to talking in my sleep and apparently will talk back and either be nonsensical, why are you a wolf, or just plain mean you are such a see you next Tuesday. Why do you have to ruin everything? On one mother-daughter trip she thought I was awake during some of those conversations and she kept getting moodier and moodier until I just did the obviously something is bothering you, out with it. I don't think I deserve all those horrible things you say to me every morning when I wake you up. The only thing I say when you wake me up is it my turn for the shower? What are you talking about? No, all the things you say before that. Before that I'm asleep. Poor mom, can't win for trying. Been there, kind of. A former girlfriend thought it would be cute to wake me up by bouncing on me in bed, and I flinched awake so hard I accidentally gave her a broken nose. She really played it up with the nurses at urgent care who were giving me dirty looks, but got caught cackling by the doctor after they set her nose back. Today I fucked up and almost took the long sleep. I was encouraged to post here after detailing an experience I had about 7 to 9 years ago now. Buckle up. I worked as a maintenance guy, which means at times I gotta be there at odd hours to perform inspections with fire guys. I had a property that was about 60 miles away, and needed a fire alarm to go off at 5 AM, prior to tenant arrival. It's the day before, about 5 PM. I take my car, on the street in front of my house. Weather had recently shifted temps, so all my tires were reading warning. It's a dual exhaust car, and it's running so that I can use this piece of shit compressor, think like cheap Walmart cigarette lighter air pump, struggles to add 5 pounds per square inch. It's taking time, there's a light breeze, but it's only helping to push my car exhaust into my face. This whole time I'm near the pump and tire being inflated, so I spent a lot of time crouched, or sat on the curb. I'll take this time to reiterate that this entire time, I said it was about 20 minutes, but I don't know for sure, time got wonky. My car is running, and I can smell the exhaust. It stinks, but I'm outside! Exclamation mark. Tires after an eternity are good. I'm ready for my journey in the morning. I'll be leaving at 4 AM. Alarm set for 3. Finished the night unremarkable, conversed with wife, got pity for having to wake up stupid early. Usual. So, I have already fucked up. As of now in the story, nobody has a clue that I am walking dead. Alarm goes off at 3 AM. I fumble with stopping it, and in my attempt to get out of bed I flat out fell, crushing a hamper. While I'm on the floor, my wife woke to that noise. All she hears is and then I get up and stumble to the bathroom. She laughed off my stupidity and went back to sleep. I took a shower, and I felt like I was drunk as shit. Must just be tired. I'll shake it off when I start getting going. My memory of all of this gets spotty, so I am using what I was told as well just for context. Got in the car, backed out driveway, ran over trash can, shit I must not be okay, pulled back into garage, closed door, car off, all that. Trash can out in the street on its side. Go inside, to bed, lay down, out like a light. Wife assumed that I called in sick when I came back in, surmised from the fall out of bed thing I wasn't having a great morning. So a couple hours go by. She wakes up and leaves for her work. I am still just out. I've worked at this place now for about 5 years. I have a strong working relationship with my co-workers. We all know each other's spouses and kids' names. I get a text that somehow wakes me from sleep, and I manage to respond via text to my property manager. She read it and was calling me immediately. I wish I still had the text, but it was basically gibberish with autocorrect lending a hand, and she knew something was off. So she called me, I picked up and we spoke for a second or two, and then she hung up on me. So I'm like, she's mad or something, whatever, back to sleep. I just really want to sleep. Now it is probably around 9 AM. My wife comes back home and tries to wake me up, not super effective. I got really spotty here, but she basically helped me to the car, and I remember her fucking slamming gears. We both drove manuals and she was hammered down. I was calm, I just wanted to keep sleeping. So tired. So fucking tired. Got to ER, no wait for this guy. Straight to a room, oxygen covering my face, 4 in. They kept telling me I need to stay awake, but sleep was right there. I dozed off so many times, I was being scolded by the doctors. I remember being confused, like WTF did I do bro? Stop talking down to me. Just trying to take a little nap. I'm not sure exactly how severe it was, but based on the look on their faces, didn't seem like a sure thing I'd be leaving out the same doors I came in. I remember being concerned, and so tired. So tired. This entire experience carves a gigantic black spot in my memory. I've had to piece it together from broken memory and accounts from my wife. I know had I not been taken to hospital I'd still be sleeping. I have my property manager to thank for calling my wife. She would have been gone for another 5 to 6 hours that day. I know I would have been in the bed still, with the broken hamper still under my side. Too long didn't read. Today I fucked up by giving myself carbon monoxide poisoning, not catching the symptoms, and almost taking the long sleep. If you made it here, use this account as a warning, be aware. People said relatives will have car on in garage with door open. To me, now, not worth it. If you smell exhaust, you need to shift position, upwind, move. This wasn't a rapid progression, I was coherent after the damage was done, while my body was still replacing oxygen with poison, suffocating myself from the inside. Be safe out here in this crazy place, strangers. This blew up. Thank you for all the awards and comments. I'm trying to keep up and read and comment back to you guys. Ones I have seen so far are super sad, scary, and revealing. Carbon monoxide, got it right here, thanks guys. Or did I? Is silent, sneaky, and deadly. Detectors can save lives. Read the comments to see just how real it is. Thank you guys again. Buy a detector. I will donate some when some things lift off to a local organization or a church. I'll find a way to get some out. I thought CO poisoning only affected people for as long as they were in that cloud. This is unexpected, but good to know. I did remove myself from it obviously after I had finished the work. My best guess is I accumulated enough exposure to set things in motion. How had I piped it into my car like that movie The Client or similar? It would put everything in fast forward. Usually sleep is what gets you, because it keeps you exposed, I guess. But my perfect storm was enough to almost do me in. Oh wow, I had no idea the effects could last long after exposure like that. I always thought it was immediate asphyxiation or you're good. Thanks so much for sharing this story. Same here, I thought it was the sort of thing you sort of shake off once you start getting fresh air. My thoughts with you. My uncle is the person who holds the dubious honor of having gone the furthest with carbon monoxide poisoning and has come back. He and his partner had carried a small fire into their bedroom in a house they were renovating in Morocco. He was a borderline vegetable for months whilst it cleared, but at least they managed to get him to fly back to the UK whilst he was declining. Thankfully he's pretty much himself again. I'm pleased to hear you're okay. That is terrifying. So glad he pulled through. See, this leads me to think I wasn't so bad off after all, considering how it's harmed other people. I feel fortunate to have only experienced what I did compared to your uncle. Glad you're okay. I didn't know it could last like that. My friends almost got it one winter back in high school. I stayed at the house and played NHL 2003 while they took the car to go pick up a friend. Well, I guess they went down a dirt road and got stuck. Kept trying to get out, and started getting sleepy. My one friend realized what was happening and made them all get out of the car. Eep, that's some sketchy shit right there. Usually if it's early exposure, fresh air can clear it up. From what I read later on, if it accumulates they gotta get more direct, like pure oxygen. I don't know how I got as bad as I got from what I did, but I did. Glad your co-worker was on the ball. We had a carbon monoxide leak in our boiler a few years back, so it's 4 AM. Mrs. myself and 2 kids plus dog and cat are all asleep. Something rouses me from the depths of slumber. WTF is that incessant beeping. I haven't been drinking the night before, but it felt like I had chugged a bottle of scotch. I crashed out of bed, wiping out the nightstand in the process. Mrs. never even moved. Somehow my fogged brain realized what the noise was and I managed to get down the stairs. By now my vision was swimming and I was seriously dizzy. I grabbed my phone and get the front and back door open, hit the 999, then the rest is a blank. Cops were sent on blue lights as I was talking incoherent gibberish, but managed to tell them somehow the go alarm had gone off. They had also called the gas emergency and fire brigade. No idea how, but I had dragged son and daughter out and cat, and was heading in to get dog and missus when the fire brigade arrived. We all required an overnight hospital stay on O2 therapy. Cat was fine but dog needed oxygen at vets. The seal on the boiler had catastrophic failure. Gas man said it was one of the highest readings in a home emergency he had witnessed. We now have 4 go alarms. That is horrifying. Even with the alarm 2, you had that fuzz. That like home. If I gave a shit, that alarm might mean something, but it's probably nothing. The fact that you didn't just go back to sleep. Your internal alarms are good, sir. Glad you guys made it out of there relatively okay, but still scary to consider. Today I fucked up by losing my job to a 69 joke. Yeah, so basically the title. A little background, I worked I guess at a restaurant that offers pickup and delivery options as most do nowadays. Part of my job was to write numbers on the bags that correspond to each order number. You might be able to tell where this is going now. I commonly would draw little faces on numbers like 100 or anything with an 8 in it, and I guess I got a little carried away today. I wrote, "Nice," under order number 69, thinking it was a harmless joke that might make someone chuckle a bit, and my manager saw it and basically fired me on the spot. Personally, I think that was a bit much. Maybe a verbal warning or a temporary probation would do, but no, I got straight up fired. In the future I will no longer do this at any job I might have, and in fact will probably try to have as little fun as possible doing only and exactly what I'm told. Edit: since this kinda blew up, I'll put a little more info. This was actually not a bad place to work for the most part. Everyone was friendly and the manager wasn't usually as short-fused as he was that day. People have also been saying it might have been the straw that broke the camel's back or something. I pretty highly doubt this because I was relatively new at this job. I'd worked there long enough to be comfortable with all my duties and knew all the staff by name. Obviously, I was a little closer to some of the staff than other just by association, but I at least knew everyone. I hadn't really made any major mistakes until then, and the manager seemed to like me for the most part, so I think he just had a burst of anger or thought I was disrespecting the company's name. Thanks for all the support and kind messages. Too long didn't read. I wrote nice on the bag for order number 69 and got immediately fired.